So I will start the presentation of my group about assignment 2. So our group select Telekom Malaysia Berhad and Axiata Group Berhad to analyze the company financial performance for the year 2023. So for the introduction of Telekom Malaysia Berhad, Telekom Malaysia Berhad is a leading telecommunication technology provider in Malaysia, offering a range of innovative digital solutions and service. Founded in 1946, Telekom Malaysia has grown to become a critical player in connecting the nation through fixed line, broadband, mobile and cloud service. So next, for Axiata Group Berhad, is one of Asia's leading telecommunication and digital service provider, headquartered in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Founded in 1992, Axiata has grown into a regional powerhouse with a diverse portfolio of business spanning mobile telecommunication, digital platform and infrastructure service. So next we go for ratio result and financial ratio analysis. We will be going to have some ratio result of calculation for all the ratios that are included in the financial ratio analysis. Besides, we use the group annual report to make the ratio calculation. So for liquidity ratio analysis, measure the short-term ability of the company to pay its maturing obligation and to meet unexpected cash needs. First, we have current ratio. Current ratio is widely used to measure for evaluating the company's liquidity and short-term debt paying ability. The ratio is computed by current asset dividing the current liability. So for Telekom Malaysia Berhad, we got 1.82, and for Axiata Group Berhad, we got 2.31. Next, we have quick ratio. Quick ratio is the measure of company's immediate short-term liquidity. For Telekom Malaysia, we got 1.45, and for Axiata Group Berhad, we got 2.26. And last, we have the net working capital. Net working capital is the difference between a company's current asset and current liabilities on its balance sheet. For Telekom Malaysia, we got 516,400. For Axiata Group Berhad, we got 5,994,154.
Alright, I will talk about assets management ratio. There are 4 key financial metrics. However, I will be discussing 2 financial key metrics, which are inventory turnover ratio and average collection period. First for all, inventory turnover ratio measure how efficiently a company manages its inventory by calculating the number of times inventory is sold and replaced over a period. In 2023, Telekom Malaysia Berhad had inventory turnover ratio of 2.1 times. However, Axiata Group Berhad has a much higher ratio of 101 times. You can see that indicating that Asia is more efficient in managing and selling its inventory. Secondly is the average collection. Average collection period that indicate the average number of it take for a company to receive payment from its customer. For 2023, Telekom Malaysia Berhad has an average collection period of 68.4 days, while Axiata Berhad has a period is 97.3 days, suggesting that Telekom Malaysia Berhad collect payment faster than Axiata. In conclusion, Axiata excels in inventory management, while Telekom Malaysia Berhad is better at collecting reachable quickly. This insight highlight the strength of each company in different aspects of operation efficiency.
Good morning
So,
everyone.
thank
So today I will presenting about efficiency ratio, which is first total asset turnover for two company, Telekom Malaysia Berhad and Axiata Group Berhad for the year 2023. Total asset turnover is a ratio used to measure a company efficiency in utilizing its asset to generate revenue. So the formula to calculate total asset turnover is total asset turnover equals sales per total assets. This means that the higher the ratio, the more efficiency the company is using its asset to generate income. Here is the comparison of total asset turnover for 2023. Telekom Malaysia Berhad record a value of 0.066 while Axiata Group Berhad record a value of 0.28. This difference indicates that Axiata Group Berhad is significantly more efficient in utilizing its assets. Based on the trend analysis, Telekom Malaysia Berhad has a low total asset turnover of 0.066, indicating poor efficiency in generate revenue from its asset. On the other hand, Axiata Group Berhad achieved a ratio of 0.28, reflecting better asset management and a high ability to generate revenue. From the perspective of cross-sectional analysis, we can observe a significant difference between the two companies, which is Axiata Group Berhad generate 0.28 ringgit Malaysia for every 1 ringgit asset. Meanwhile, Telekom Malaysia Berhad only generate 0.066. This highlight that Axiata Group Berhad is more efficient in managing its asset. Meanwhile, Telekom Malaysia Berhad may be dealing with issues such as unproductive asset or low revenue generation. So the conclusion is, based on the 2023 data, Axiata Group Berhad has a show better performance in managing its asset compared to Telekom Malaysia Berhad. This suggests that Axiata is more stable and efficient in generating revenue. Okay, now I will explain the fixed asset turnover for Telekom Malaysia Berhad and Axiata Group Berhad for the year 2023. Fixed asset turnover measure how efficiently a company use its fixed asset to generate sales. It is calculated using the formula fixed asset turnover equals sales per net fixed asset. A higher ratio indicates better utilization of fixed asset. So here is the comparison of fixed asset turnover for 2023, which is Telekom Malaysia Berhad record a ratio of 0.075, Axiata Group Berhad record a ratio of 0.32. From this data, we can see that Axiata Group Berhad has a much higher ratio compared to Telekom Malaysia Berhad. So based on the trend analysis for 2023, Telekom Malaysia Berhad recorded a fixed asset turnover of 0.075, indicating that the company has limited efficiency in utilizing its fixed asset to generate revenue. In contrast, Axiata Group Berhad achieved a significantly higher fixed asset turnover of 0.32, showing better performance in managing and using its fixed asset effectively. This highlights a major difference in asset utilization between the two companies during the same years. In the cross-sectional analysis, the performance of both company is compared at the same point in time. The data show, which is Axiata Group Berhad's ratio is 0.32, reflect a high level of efficiency in using fixed asset to generate revenue. Meanwhile, Telekom Malaysia Berhad lower ratio of 0.075 suggests underutilization of fixed asset of lower revenue generation relative to its fixed asset base. In comparison clearly indicates that Axiata Group Berhad is more efficient in utilizing in fixed asset, while Telekom Malaysia Berhad may use to address issues such as underutilized asset or low revenue output. So in summary, for the year 2023, Axiata Group Berhad demonstrates superior fixed asset efficiency compared to Telekom Malaysia Berhad, highlighting better utilization and management of fixed asset. Thank you.
The next presentation is on the leverage ratio analysis of TM and Axiata in 2023. We will examine the debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, and time interest earned TIE. Leverage ratios measure a company's reliance on debt to finance operations. A higher ratio indicates more financial risk, while a lower ratio suggests stability. Let's see how TM and Axiata compare. In 2023, TM's debt ratio was 59.3%, reflecting a conservative approach with reduced financial risk. Axiata's 69.3% shows higher reliance on debt, aligning with its growth-focused strategy by increasing risk. TM's debt to equity ratio was 146%, indicating a balanced capital structure. Axiata's 225% highlights a heavy debt used to fuel growth, exposing it to greater financial risk. EM had a TIE ratio of 7.7, showing strong financial health and is in covering interest payments. Axiata's 1.93 reflected greater pressure due to its higher leverage. TM is financially stable with lower risk, while Axiata uses higher debt to drive growth, offering higher risk and potential returns. TM is ideal for risk-averse investors, while Axiata appeals to those seeking growth despite higher risk. TM should maintain its conservative debt strategy, while Axiata should focus on improving efficiency to reduce financial strain.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nasrul Iman. So today I'm going to talk about probability ratio. I will explain about gross profit margin, operating profit margin, and net profit margin. I will provide a quick comparison of profitability ratio for Axiata Group Berhad and Telekom Malaysia Berhad for 2023. Focusing on three key metrics: the gross profit margin, operating profit margin, and net profit margin. Starting with the gross profit margin, Axiata achieved a perfect 100%, which is exceptional. This means Axiata effectively control its production costs and maximizing its revenue, converting it fully into profit. On the other hand, Telekom Malaysia had a strong through lower 85% gross profit margin. This indicates that while Telekom Malaysia is still efficient, its cost of goods sold is higher, slightly reducing its profitability. Next, let's look at the operating profit margin, which reflect how well a company turns sales into profit before interest and tax. Here, Telekom Malaysia stand out with an impressive 297 operating profit margin, showcasing superior operational efficiency and strong cost management. In comparison, Axiata's 3.6 margin indicates challenge in converting revenue into operating profit, suggesting the company might be facing inefficiency or high operational expenses. Finally, the net profit margin, which shows the overall profitability after all expenses, tell an interesting story. Telekom Malaysia recorded an extraordinary 319 net profit margin, likely driven by one-time gains or cost-cutting strategies. Axiata, however, had a much lower 0.65 net profit margin, reflecting higher overall expenses compared to revenue. In conclusion, while Telekom Malaysia outperformed Axiata in terms of operating and net profit margin, Axiata excels in gross profit margin. This highlights Telekom Malaysia's strong operational controls, but also indicates Axiata effective cost management in its core operations. To fully assess their financial health through a deeper analysis of long-term trends and industry comparison will be essential. Thank you so much.
Trend analysis for return on equity show a difference between the Telekom Malaysia and Axiata Group. TM recorded a high return on equity of 25.63%, showing strong profitability and efficient use of shareholders' equity. On the other hand, Axiata reported a very low return on equity of 0.50%, indicating struggles in generating returns, possibly due to reduced profitability, higher costs, or poor capital efficiency. From a sectional view, TM much higher return on equity makes it a more profitable and efficient company, likely more attractive to investors and stakeholders. Axiata low return on equity points to the need for better cost control, improved capital management, and stronger operation to reduce the performance gap. Overall, TM stands out as the better performer, while Axiata needs strategic change to remain competitive.
Okay, now I will present the recommendation and conclusion based on the financial analysis of Telekom Malaysia Berhad and Axiata Group Berhad. Both companies play vital roles in the telecommunication industry but demonstrate distinct strengths and areas for improvement. So, Telekom Malaysia should focus on improving asset utilization and cost efficiency. Key strategies include: first, addressing underperforming asset to maximize revenue. Second, investing the technology to boost productivity. Third, strengthening liquidity by improving working capital management. Fourth, optimizing cost structure through lean management. And fifth, enhancing customer focused service to sustain profitability. And then Axiata should prioritize operational efficiency and profitability. Recommendation include implementing stricter cost control measure. Second, focus on high margin service for better financial return. Third, reducing debt and optimizing its capital structure. And fourth, investing in growth area to boost shareholder value. And fifth, balancing financing through equity or partnership to lower risk. And in summary, Telekom Malaysia has strong financial stability but needs to improve efficiency, while Axiata excels in asset utilization but face profitability challenge. By addressing this area, both companies can enhance performance, maximize shareholder value, and maintain a competitive engage in markets. Thank you.